All right, so I want to show you how to make at least minimum $10,000 a month. And here's the thing, without spending money on marketing, without begging your friends and family for business. And the best part, 100% focus on listings. Let's jump right into it. So here's what we're going to cover in today's training. Number one, I'm going to break down the exact numbers, literally every single detail on what you have to do to make this happen. Number two, I'm going to show you the exact leads that you're going to need and want to work. I'm going to show you where to get the leads. And then I'm going to show you how to convert those leads into actual appointments face-to-face with the seller. And then obviously, of course, I'm going to walk you through how to convert those leads into signed listing contracts. So starting off with the annual numbers. Now, as an example, I'm just going to use $5,000 average commission. Most of you watching this probably have a commission that's higher than that in your market, but I'm going to use $5,000. So in order to create a $10,000 monthly income, obviously that's 24 closings, 2 deals a month. In this training, I'm going to guarantee you that if you do exactly what I outlined in this training video, you will sell a minimum of 2 houses every single month, and you will earn a minimum of $10,000 a month. In order to do that, all right, so here's where I want you to take some notes. If you have questions or I lose you, you can put a question in the comments and we can go back and forth until you're clear. You need 32 actual signed contracts. Why? Well, because 75%, these are all the average conversion ratios for agents earning less than 10,000. All right. So all the agents that I coach that are earning less than 10,000, when I first meet them, they come into a relationship with me with these conversions. All right. So these are worst case scenario. 75% of your listings taken end up at a closing table. So therefore you need 32 listings taken over the course of 12 months. Next. 128 appointments met. Now, when we talk about appointments in this training, let me give you context. A lot of you are asking questions on my Instagram about, hey, what do I need to do to take X amount of listings? I'm talking about what I call QPAs, qualified preview appointments. Brandon, what's a qualified preview appointment? Here's what it is. So a preview appointment is when you go and meet a seller face-to-face, and that seller has real motivation to sell the property. They're not obligated to another real estate agent. They told you they were open to interviewing you to sell the home when the time is right. And they've agreed to meet with you to look and discover that plan. That is what I call a quality preview appointment. The only thing that's different potentially about this in a QLA or qualified listing appointment, what I call those with my coaching clients, is the intention of the meeting. So a QPA, you're going to go there to meet with a motivated seller. There's just the intention is that they're not signing a contract at that meeting. Okay, so that's the appointments that I want you to focus on if you are earning less than $10,000 per month in your real estate agent business, okay? That is what I'm talking about. When you start to make more than $10,000 a month and you have a multiple six-figure income, we switch that strategy, but for now, that's what we're talking about. So in order to go on 128 qualified preview appointments, you're gonna have to set 182. We see a 70% set to met ratio. So that's why you need 182 appointments set. In order to do that, you're going to need 5,460 conversations over the course of a year. All right, don't freak out, don't panic, don't leave the video yet. If you break that out into 240 working days, it's about 25 conversations per day. You can do that, okay? I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like in just a second. And the reason you need that many conversations, it's simply a math problem. It's going to take you about 30 conversations to set one qualified preview appointment. All right. So hopefully you're with me so far. So now let's talk about the lead sources. We're going to go after for sale by owners, new expired listings, old expired listings, absentee owners, and downsizers. Okay. Now, When we break this down, this is a critical part of how I want you to break up your daily conversations, okay? So I want you to, when you look at contact distribution, I want you to have 5 conversations based on each lead source. So 5 conversations with for sale by owners, 5 with new expired listings, 5 with old expired listings, 5 with absentee owners, 5 with downsizers. Number one, that gets you to your 25 conversations. Obviously, it's pretty simple math. But more importantly, this is how we build a well-rounded business that's market proof. If you look at the actual lead sources, right now as I'm making this video, for sale by owners and new expired listings, there aren't a ton of them in most of our markets. However, with this market shifting, you're going to start to see those come back like crazy. So this is your low-hanging fruit. This is your now business. This is where the vast majority of your appointments will come from. Old expired listings. All right. So this is where we see a lot less competition and your opportunity to find, I would say, listing appointments in the next 30, 60, 90 days. Absentee owners and downsizers. This is conversations with zero competition, a phenomenal niche where you can secure your future. All right. That's how you secure your future income. So let's talk about where to get the leads. So there's 3 places. These are the 3 places that I want you to focus on where to get this information. I've tested everything out there. These are the 3 places I think that makes the most sense for you. So number 1, Vulcan 7, I'm going to put a link to everything I mentioned in the description. All right. So just expand the description underneath the video and you can click on these links and then you can go check them out, have conversations with them. Vulcan 7 is going to get you new for sale by owners, new expired listings, old expired listings. They're going to give you a CRM. They're going to give you a dialer. They give you training. If you ask for my personal platform, you will get the exact same platform all my coaching clients get, which is the reverseselling.com Vulcan 7 platform. You can start there. Number 2 is the share group. The share group, again, link right in the description. They're going to get you all your specialty leads. So absentee owners and your downsizers. You just tell them your zip code. They're going to go into that zip code. They know exactly what to do. Just tell them I referred you and they'll know exactly what I'm talking about. They'll get you all the cell phones and emails for all the absentee owners and all of the downsizers in your market. For some of you, I made a video on the channel last week about Remind. Some of you have access to Remind for free inside your MLS. If that is you, and that's the case, you can get the majority of these leads outside of for sale by owners inside Remind. Now, the challenge with Remind is you might not get all of them and you might not get all of their phone numbers, which I want you to have phone conversations. I want you to pick up the phone and have a conversation with these people over the phone, 25 to be exact, every single day. So you can try Remind as well, but these are the companies where you're going to find the leads. Now, let's talk about what do you do to set what I call a qualified preview appointment. You're going to use my script 2.0. You can grab it from the script book. There's a link in the description. The 2.0 script that I teach all of my coaching clients is based on a couple of key principles I want to teach you right now. One, it's speaking in hypotheticals. So when we're talking to a prospect over the phone, the reason why most of you are probably struggling is you put people on the spot, which they respond with resistance or give you objection or pushback. We can't put prospects on the spot. In other words, you can't approach a for sale by owner and try to convince them on the very first conversation to list their house with you on their first day being for sale by owner. And if you've tried it, you know it just doesn't work. So we have to do what I call speaking in hypotheticals. So when you get the script, you're going to see the conversation is designed in a way to talk about potential other options down the road. Now, when we do that in the conversation on the phone, what you will find is that prospects are a lot more open to having a conversation because they don't feel threatened. All right. So I talk a lot about this analogy that I give, which is, imagine a world you have a conversation with a couple on their wedding day, and you approach them and you say, congratulations. Hey, let me just ask you guys, well, while I'm here at your wedding, are you guys considering a divorce? Well, first off, they're going to kick you out of the wedding. Second off, they probably won't be friends with you ever again. You would never do that. However, you could ask the same question and get a completely different answer if you were to position that question this way, which is, well, hey, congratulations. I hope everything works out. If you end up, and literally, this is not going to happen, but if you find out you married an absolute jerk, at some point, you would probably look at maybe a divorce and get with somebody else. Would you agree? Now, they're more open to having a conversation about that because we haven't put them on the spot and we've positioned the stimulus in a way that they don't believe will ever happen. So they're a lot more likely to open up. So with a for sale by owner as an example, instead of saying, hey, let me try to convince you to list your home why selling for sale by owner probably is a bad idea, why you need to work with an agent. Instead of doing that, you're going to position the conversation in a way that you say things like, and you're going to see this in the script, Mr. For sale by owner, listen, I respect the fact that you're selling the house on your own. Quite frankly, in this market, being as good as it is, it's very likely that you can sell it on your own. And if you can, phenomenal. The only reason why I'm calling, and I think it might make sense for us to meet, is in the event you find 2-3 weeks down the road, you can't sell the property. At that point, would you consider meeting with a realtor like myself and looking at some other options? And be honest. And so that's the script we're going to use to set a qualified preview appointment. We're looking to meet with homeowners who say, yeah, listen, we would be open to meeting with you. We are looking at some things potentially down the road. Sure, we would be happy to meet. Those are the appointments that we're talking about. All right. So that's how you set those appointments. Now let's talk about how to convert the appointments into actual listings. Number one, it all starts with your weekly follow-up phone call. All right. So every single week we have to be in communication. So when you go on the appointment and I made other videos about what you do on the actual appointment, what you want to do is you want to position that appointment as the backup plan. All right. So the foundation of the follow-up system is based on a weekly follow-up phone call. And that weekly follow-up phone call has got to be designed with moving that prospect through, you can call it a sales pipeline, if you will, right? And every conversation is based on the foundation of the prior conversation. So as I'm having conversations with sellers, and I leave the appointment, I say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, when would it make sense for us to have our next conversation? Well, Brandon, why don't you follow up with us in a week? Okay, very good. I follow up with them in a week, and we're going to focus on some key things. You're going to get all of the follow-up scripts when you grab the script book anyway. It's all designed to position yourself for a qualified listing appointment when the time is right. The next thing you're going to do is send all of these leads. I call these warm leads. Every qualified preview appointment you go on, we put them into the warm lead category. All of them should be getting a weekly email from you. And there's a lot of different options that you can use here that make it super simple for yourself. Just put them on an MLS active pending sold email automation, so that homeowner can see exactly what is happening in their neighborhood with all of the active pendings and solds. Make sure they get that on a weekly basis. We're staying top of mind. And then we also want to have a weekly mailer. All of our clients use Mailbox Power. And so there's a link in the description for that as well. We can fully automate, and I give you all the campaigns right inside Mailbox Power. You can put all of these warm leads on a campaign where Mailbox Power will communicate with the homeowner through direct mail on a weekly basis, fully automated. Okay, so you can do that as well, which is what I highly, highly recommend because we've got to stay top of mind. And then lastly, once you do all of that right, you're going to find yourself where you need to give a presentation. When that prospect says, hey, listen, we're ready to sell now, and you need to go give a presentation, you're going to follow the reverse selling listing presentation, which is designed to make you the obvious choice. In other words, if you do the presentation exactly like I outlined in the script, again, that's in the script book, The seller, you're going to be so compelling that the seller will be, for the first time probably in your career, you'll be in a situation where the seller is pulling from you on how we need to work together. And I think that's what you'll find once you really master the presentation. So for all of you that really want help putting all of this together, and you're not making at least $10,000 a month right now, if you want help with all of this, I would love for us to have a conversation about potentially working together. And so here's what you actually get if we do decide to move forward together. Number one, you're going to have lifetime access to my online step-by-step Listing Agent Academy training portal. All right. Inside the portal, you're going to get access to every single thing that you need. I'm going to show you how to build your business plan. I'm going to walk you through the mindset training. We're going to build out all of your lead generation pillars. We're going to build out all of your marketing materials. We're going to build out all of your presentations, all of your follow-up campaigns. We're going to dial in your presentation. We're going to put all of that together. In addition to that, every single week, you and I are going to be on 2 coaching calls per week. I'm going to look at exactly what you're doing. I'm going to unpack your tracker. We're going to look at the numbers. We're going to troubleshoot anything and everything that you might be challenged with to ensure that you get to $10,000 a month as quickly as possible. All of our coaching sessions will be recorded. You'll have access to those for life. In addition to that, you're going to have access to our private student community. So there's over 1,500 other agents just like yourself in the community right now. This is where I'm going to introduce you to accountability groups and role play partners, and you'll be able to learn from other people who are in a similar position like you, who are now earning over $10,000 a month. You'll be able to ask them questions. You'll be able to bounce ideas off of them. You'll be able to mastermind with agents that are earning $200,000, $300,000, $500,000 a year, going through the exact same process that you could go through. So if you want help and you want to have a conversation about potentially working together as me as your coach, be happy to do that. Okay. All you have to do is click the link. I'm going to put it in the description and I'm going to pin it as a comment in the comments beneath the video. Just click on that link. It'll bring you to a video that will kind of dive deeper into everything I just outlined so you can see exactly how our coaching program works, how the Listing Agent Academy program works. And then you'll be able to pick a time in a day to schedule a time that works best for your calendar. And then you can talk with me and my team about potentially joining or not. Either way, no big deal. I hope that this training brought you value. And that's my goal on this channel. So feel free to subscribe. You can always change your mind later. If you have any questions about what we covered in today's training, let me know. Use the comment section beneath this video. And I'll see you guys in another video very soon. Thank you guys so much for watching.